himself the chosen one. 11-1 in his mixed martial arts career. And he burst onto the UFC scene, finishing Jay Haran in 36 seconds.
And that was just absolutely devastating. It was the biggest fight of his career, the UFC debut, and he performed the best we've ever seen him. He fought some really tough guys in Strikeforce, got some good experience, and he believes that now is his time.
He is young in mixed martial arts, Miles, but he is successful at 31 years old. Explosive, dynamic, hits hard, wrestles well. 8-1 during his days in Strikeforce, and a great fight against Nate Marquardt for the welterweight title back then.
He had some really tough fights, real seasoned against guys like Jordan Meehan. Fought Paul Daly, beat him, beat Tarek Sutton, knocked out Andre Galvao. So he fought some tough guys in the Strikeforce cage, and now is ready to showcase his skills in the big show.
Big 12 champion in wrestling, two-time Division I College All-American, had over 100 collegiate wrestling victories. Tyron, the chosen one, Woodley. Jake Shields has been in this game a long time. He's been at the top of the ladder. Two-time Strikeforce middleweight champion. Two-time Elite XC welterweight champion. Fought for the title in the UFC. Is back at 170, where he has only been defeated twice in his entire career.
And he truly is an elite grappler. When it comes to submission grappling, he is world-class. The real question with Jake is, what weight class is he best at?
Right.
Does he cut too much weight to get down to 170? Is he better off at 185? It's a legitimate question because he's a big 170. Loses a lot of weight and oftentimes looks very gaunt and dried out when he makes weight. Very solid grappling though. A real world-class jiu-jitsu black belt. And would love to get a submission victory over the very dangerous Tyron Woodley.
Jake Shields. Our tale of the tape for this welterweight fight is sponsored by Bud Light. Here we go. 34-year-old Jake Shields against 31-year-old Tyron Woodley. Shields is taller, but it is Woodley who will have the 2-inch reach advantage. Once again, the veteran voice of the Octagon, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a freestyle fighter holding a professional record, 11 wins, 1 loss. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 171 pounds, 77.6 kilos. Fighting out of St. Louis, Missouri, USA, Tyron, the chosen one, Woodley. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a mixed martial artist, holding a professional record, 27 wins, 6 losses, 1 draw, 1 no contest. He stands 6 feet tall, weighing in at 171 pounds, 77.6 kilos. Fighting out of San Francisco, California, USA, he is the former Strikeforce middleweight champion, Jake Shields. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Yves Levine.
Yves Levine, our referee for this welterweight matchup, highly anticipated.
You ready,
the
sir?
Beautiful Ariani.
You ready? Fight!
And here we go. Tyron Woodley and Jake Shields. Blue trunks for Shields, black trunks for Woodley, who is so explosive.
Jake likes to use that front leg round kick off the left leg. And really, what he's doing with his striking is just trying to close the distance or keep a fighter off him. He's getting better with his striking, but make no mistake about it, he is world class when it comes to his submission skills.
Woodley gained a lot of respect and attention when he ran right over and right through Jay Haran in his UFC debut. And he feels like he can do more of the same here against Shields.
Woodley is so fast. I mean, the blitz that he put on Jay Haran was just stunning to watch. Wow, powerful leg kick right there. Literally took Jake off of his feet.
Very compact and explosive in his build. Look at the size of the legs of Tyron Woodley.
He's ridiculous. He looks like a superhero.
Yep. Very successful collegiate wrestler.
Jake
Over
caught that
100
single.
victories.
Drag him down. Tyron right back up. Jake's got the clinch. Tyron separated here.
Couple of knees by Shields.
Shields is really looking to tie him up here and drag him down. He's got his hands clasped together here.
Let's go, guys, work!
Shots to the body by Woodley. Trying to make him pay and punish him here in this position.
Yeah, the Woodley punches seem to be a bit harder than Jake's knees.
Yeah, they do, don't they? Yeah, and again,
He hits hard.
you can see some redness on the rib cage of Jake Shields.
Stop! Let's go, step back.
This is good for
Face
Woodley.
reset. Fight!
Woodley, a Big 12 champion, two-time Division I Collegiate All-American.
The thing about a guy who's built like Woodley is you always got to wonder how much fuel do those muscles need, because there is a lot of muscle tissue on that young man. I mean, that is that's a thick 170 right there. And even if you're in great shape, it's just the amount of resources all that muscle needs.
Yeah. Used to say that about Marvin Eastman all the time back in the old days, right?
Absolutely. There's been several fighters like that have probably done themselves a disservice by being so muscular. I mean, obviously there's benefits in it, the power, the explosiveness, but it also requires a lot of fuel.
Mixing things up with his striking so far is Shields.
Yeah, Shields does a really good job, again, of using that left front leg. He kicks the arms, kicks the body, and he keeps distance with it.
90 seconds remain here in round one.
The longer this fight goes, in my opinion, the better it is for Shields.
Yes.
Because the guys that are incredibly explosive typically lose a little bit of that as you get into the second and third. Jake tries to pull the single again. He's got his hands clasped together here.
Shot to the body again by Woodley. Shields is making him work, though.
He certainly is, and that's most likely his goal, besides taking him down. He wants to make him work. He wants to make those muscles tired. But even in the clinch, man, those little short body punches are nasty by Woodley.
Shields so experienced. 27 career victories.
And he's been in there with bombers, okay?
Yeah.
You know, got hurt badly by Dan Henderson, but went on to win a decision against him in a fight that he dominated from the first round on. Think about that, because he's here at welterweight, and Dan Henderson's in the finals tonight, in the final bout at light heavy.
That defines meeting in the middle.
Right, let go!
Knock him
Step
out
back,
this
please, thank you. Step back, behind the back. Thank you.
Tyron Woodley, compact, explosive, great wrestling, good takedown offense, punches hard, extremely dynamic.
His corner very much wants him to strike at Jake,
Yes.
and they think that he can take him out if he does so. And what a ridiculous leg kick he landed on Jake in that first round and literally lifted him up off his feet with it.
See if he pushes the pace here early, Joe. Nice
again.
A lot of leg kicks landed by Jake Shields in this fight. Technique, as Joe mentioned, that he likes to utilize.
Yeah, he
Big
throws
overhand
a tremendous amount of kicks off that front leg.
Yeah.
And Jake tries to catch that single.
Hold the shorts.
Woodley felt very strongly that he could not be taken down by Jake Shields. That was one of the quotes he had pre-fight. So far, that is true.
Well, Woodley's an outstanding wrestler, and he's clearly physically the stronger man.
8 for 8 in stuffing takedown attempts thus far.
Hold the shorts.
Again, see, so strong in this position, Joe.
Yeah, Jake tried to trip him there, wound up on the bottom, and Woodley did not follow him. I wouldn't be surprised if you see Jake pull guard. But I don't know if you want a beast like Tyron Woodley on top of you, dropping elbows on you.
Now it's 10 for 10. Look at that. Outstanding job done by Woodley.
But the more Jake can make him do this, the more he believes he can slow Tyron down. Man, those are nasty knees to the body there by Tyron.
Yves Levine urges the fighters to keep working in this position.
Let's go, guys.
It's Woodley with Shields up against the cage.
Got to be careful of that guillotine. Shields has a nasty one. He has a nasty guillotine, and he will catch you with it if you're not careful. Tyron drops down to a knee to avoid the knees to the head.
Shields wisely knees the arms, which is legal.
Not a lot of power in these, though.
No.
You really kind of tell that he's doing it. He's just kind of using his leg here. Not really digging into it. He really wanted that guillotine, but Tyron was very aware of it. I'm kind of surprised that Tyron dropped down there to avoid those knees to the head.
Now they break. 90 seconds on the clock here in the second. Trying to throw the big right hand.
Yeah, he's trying to pot shot him with that right hand. He's got to set that up.
Superman punch. Counter right. Trying to stuff another takedown, and he does. Eleven takedown attempts, unsuccessful for Shields.
Go, guys.
Nice knee.
Yeah, he needs more of that. Woodley needs to be a little bit busier, I think.
Yeah.
I think he's trying to conserve energy because Jake Shields has an incredibly taxing style. Grinds on you, gets a hold of you, forces you to grapple, and even if you can't take it to the ground, you're constantly defending.
They braced him with about 10 seconds left on the clock here.
Tyron just took a big, deep breath.
Final seconds of the round. Shields throwing the kicks.
Let it go.
The battle continues between Tyron Woodley and Jake Shields.
Very interesting advice in the corner. Gilbert Melendez felt that Tyron Woodley is tiring, and Ricardo Laborio said they want him to turn it loose. They want Tyron Woodley to go after Jake Shields. They feel like he's holding back. Conserving energy, worried about getting tired, pacing himself. They want him to let all that go. Gilbert Melendez also believes that Jake Shields is ahead in this fight, that he's the aggressor and that he's doing all the work. And there's a big kick. Jake caught it.
Kicks and knees landed, sizable advantage for Jake Shields.
Yeah, they're not doing a vicious amount of damage. You know, I mean, it's not like every time he hits him, he stuns him. But he's constantly hitting him over and over and over again, like these knees. These knees are devastating, but they're constantly landing over and over again. And if he lands 10 of those and Tyron lands one big one, you kind of got to give it to Jake.
Right. Well, the one thing we know Jake Shields does very well is he sticks with his game plan.
He's relentless.
Yeah.
And he's deceptively strong, especially when it comes to grappling.
3.5 minutes now remain in this fight. Does Woodley have an explosion in him?
Well, he certainly got some. It's just, can he do that for 3 minutes?
Right.
And if he does it, and then a scramble ensues, and he doesn't get the finish, will he have enough to keep going? And that's always the question when you got a heavily muscled guy like that. Right. And there's that kick to the body again that Jake has been successful with. And Jake has so far neutralized a guy who, in his last fight, looked like an absolute destroyer.
No question. And took out a very seasoned veteran in Jay Haran.
And did it in an incredibly impressive and devastating fashion. But Jake Shields has weathered all the storms that Tyron has sent his way. But man, look at this. Just these short shots to the body are just really reddening up the ribs of Jake Shields. Woodley can generate an incredible amount of power.
Go, guys, work.
They trade punches and knees here.
Right, let it go. Come on.
And Yves Levine breaks him once again.
Fight.
Well, now's the time. It's just over 2 minutes on the clock.
Yeah, and you see Woodley's corner. They're screaming for him to go, turn it loose, go. But look at Jake Shields, eats it and just presses forward. Wow. You had any question about the heart and chin of Jake Shields? That just answered it.
That connected big time. See if Yves Levine breaks him again.
Jake is just completely unable to get anything going in the grappling exchanges, but what he is doing is making Woodley fight this kind of fight, this grueling, grinding sort of exchange.
Which is neutralizing his true striking attack.
Yes. And it's tiring him out, too.
Let's go. Step back.
All right, now 1 minute on the clock.
See, Woodley just took some big, deep breaths.
He connected with the spinning back fist a moment ago.
Nice kick to the body by Woodley.
Very animated in the corner of Woodley. Counter right.
Again, that kick to the body that Jake likes.
"30 seconds. Stuffed. Right hand. "20 seconds.
If Woodley leaves his neck out there, Jake will grab a hold of that guillotine.
Final seconds of this fight. And Shields staying busy.
Very tough fight to call, Mike. Very tough fight.
They go the distance. Tyron Woodley and Jake Shields. The official decision is coming up next.
The UFC on FX is sponsored by Bud Light. It's the sure sign of a good time. Here we go. And by Polaris. Visit Polaris.com for great financing and huge rebates during the Polaris XP sales event.
Woodley and Shields go the distance here in Winnipeg with the official decision. Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. The judges score the contest 30-27 Woodley, 29-28 Shields, and 29-28 for the winner by split decision, Jake Shields.
Jake Shields, the winner by split decision. Our move of the fight is brought to you by Metro PCS, wireless for all.
And really, what this fight was all about was Jake Shields forcing Tyron Woodley to do what he wanted him to do. Clinched him up against the cage and outworked him. He didn't land the same type of devastating strikes that Woodley landed on him, but he landed a lot more of them.
Well, Jake Shields stuck with the game plan, and it worked as he earns the victory tonight in his return to the welterweight division. Don't forget to go to #MetroMove and find out what the move of the night is later on our UFC post-fight show on Fuel TV. What a battle we just had.
Don't forget to tune into Fuel TV, following all the action on pay-per-view for the live UFC 161 post-fight show with Karen Bryant, Chael Sonnen, Daniel Cormier, bantamweight champion Dominic Cruz, and Ariel Helwani. Coming up next on FX, it's night and day in the East and Iron Man in the West.